The German shepherd approaches the infant while he was slumbering, and what he accomplished, nobody can imagine. Everybody cautioned Elena that her German shepherd would become envious of the newborn until the dawn she entered, and observed him positioned over the infant, quivering vision brimming with moisture. Rather than peril, she witnessed dedication. And when the father who deserted them abruptly reappeared, the canine made it apparent who the genuine big sibling was. Before viewing, don't neglect to approve, distribute, and follow so you never overlook. Another emotion-gripping tale like this particular one. Elena still couldn't comprehend how her existence had crumbled and reconstructed itself in a year. One instant she possessed a spouse, a dwelling that seemed steady, a strategy. The following she possessed a newborn resting in a cream-colored nest, and a German shepherd who had assumed the position of every human who deserted her. That dawn commenced like every exhausted mother's dawn. 3 hours of fragmented slumber, garments stained with milk, and a silent dread she didn't articulate aloud. I'm accomplishing this alone. She massaged her vision, strolled into the living chamber, and halted so rigidly her respiration severed in half. Rex, the large German shepherd everybody cautioned her about, was positioned directly over her slumbering son, not alongside, not near over him, snout inches from his countenance. Elena inhaled a breath. Rex, what the hell are you accomplishing? Shift, her tone fractured with dread and fury. She despised yelling at him, but this was the single instant she didn't desire surprise. Rex didn't wince, his auditory appendages didn't retreat, his appendage didn't descend. He didn't appear remorseful, he appeared emotional. His torso quivered, ascending and descending too rapidly. His vision was glossy, his complete physique leaning toward the infant like he was battling something within him. Rex, she repeated, tone lower. Shift, please. But he leaned nearer, her cardiac muscles ceased. For years, Rex had been her guardian. When Daniel departed, Rex remained. When she experienced pregnancy loss, Rex wept with her. When she delivered alone, Rex guarded the entrance like a warrior. But she still didn't place confidence in him. With the newborn, because everybody drilled terror into her. Now that terror clawed up her vertebral column, she stepped nearer, half prepared to seize the nest and flee. Rex, I stated, shift. Finally, Rex gazed at her just for one moment. One moment was sufficient to shatter her. The sentiment in his vision wasn't envy, fury, or bewilderment, it was anguish. As if contemplating, you maintained him away from me. Why? He rotated back to the infant and released a sound she had never perceived. A high, unsteady wail, like someone recognizing something. They forfeited long ago, her dread fractured into bewilderment. Why are you weeping? She murmured. Rex lowered his cranium and prodded the covering gently, cautiously, like he didn't desire to rouse the newborn. Then he compressed his snout to the infant's miniature fist. When the infant shifted slightly, Rex's entire physique stiffened, then softened with another quivering wail. It struck her like a blow. He wasn't weeping because he was frightened. He was weeping because he comprehended, because he finally observed the infant up. Adjacent, the scent, the purity, the miniature respirations, and something in him acknowledged it. The identical way he'd wept when she experienced pregnancy loss, the identical way he coiled around her abdomen, the identical way he assumed the function Daniel discarded. Rex wasn't envious. He contemplated this infant was his sibling. Elena's throat sealed. Oh my deity, Rex. Rex gently shifted one paw forward, ceasing inches from the nest as if requesting authorization. When she didn't yell, he positioned his cranium beside the nest, moisture soaking the material. She stepped nearer. Rex, you're not forfeiting me, you're not being substituted. Rex whimpered again, louder, trembling with relief or sorrow. You imbecile, she murmured, tone fragmenting. I wasn't pushing you away. I was frightened. Everybody instructed me you'd injure him. At the softer tone, Rex elevated his cranium quickly, alarm flashing as if afraid she'd remove the infant away again. Cease, she stated firmly. I'm not removing him from you. Rex advanced even nearer to the nest. She massaged her countenance, infuriated at herself. I should have placed confidence in you. You've accomplished more for me than Daniel ever accomplished. The designation tasted acrid. Rex's auditory appendages twitched like he sensed the tension. He gazed at her, then at the infant. The infant released a small complaint in his slumber. Rex wept again, soft, rapid, alarmed, like he was statting. I'm here, don't fret. Her torso crumbled. She crouched beside them. All right, all right. Compose yourself. He's acceptable. You're acceptable. Rex stared at the newborn like the infant's respiration determined the planet. This wasn't peril, supremacy, or unpredictability. This was dedication. Rex prodded nearer and cautiously positioned his cranium against the infant nest, refusing to shift, refusing to blink, refusing to abandon his sibling again. Elena slowly positioned her appendage on his cranium. Fine, she murmured. You desire to be his big sibling, Rex stilled, then be his big sibling. The moment she articulated it, Rex exhaled the deepest, most relieved respiration of his existence. The instant that would astonish everybody had already commenced, and what Rex accomplished next would transform everything. From that dawn on, everything transformed. Quietly, gradually, but unmistakably, Rex no longer observed the infant from a distance. He observed him like a warrior observes a monarch. If the infant made the slightest noise, Rex was there before Elena. If the covering slipped, Rex prodded it back. If anyone other than Elena held the infant, Rex circled them, slow, evaluating, determining if they merited the privilege. He slumbered beside the crib every evening, cranium against the bars. When the infant stirred, Rex elevated his cranium instantly. When the infant wept, Rex whimpered louder. It wasn't fixation, it was obligation. He believed he was the big sibling, the one who didn't acquire a chance before, the one Daniel deserted. Dawns turned into weeks, and Rex's dedication became almost humorous. Elena once attempted to bathe for 5 minutes, and emerged to discover Rex half on and half around the infant nest, blocking every possible angle like invisible assassins were approaching. Rex, seriously, she muttered. He didn't blink or shift. He remained until she retrieved the infant. Another afternoon, a delivery individual stepped too adjacent to the stroller. Rex didn't bark, just stared so intensely the male murmured, "Ma'am, your canine is staring into my essence." "Yeah," Elena exhaled. "He accomplishes that." But beneath the humor resided something heavier. Daniel, the male who departed when circumstances got difficult, who abandoned her pregnant and alone, who didn't encounter his son at birth. She didn't desire him back, but existence throws curved projectiles when circumstances calm down. On a quiet Sunday, Elena was nourishing the infant. Rex at her extremities, half asleep but always alert. A knock arrived. Rex's cranium snapped up, auditory appendages straight, torso tense. Elena frowned. Nobody visited Sundays. She opened the entrance and observed Daniel unshaven, vision crimson, appendages trembling. "Elena, please," he murmured. "Let me observe him." Rex stepped in front of her instantly, positioning himself between them, shoulders expansive, stare sharp enough to sever metal. Daniel elevated his appendages. "Whoa, hey companion, it's me." Rex growled, not loud, not violent, just sufficient to state, "You don't acquire to walk back in that easily." Rex, sufficient, Elena stated, though even she didn't believe it. She wasn't furious at her canine. She was furious at the male. "I erred," Daniel stated, choking up. "I desire to repair it." Rex stepped nearer. Elena positioned an appendage on his back. "No, you don't acquire to repair it because you abruptly feel remorseful. You departed. We learned to exist without you." Daniel's tone fractured. "He's my son, and Rex is his sibling." She snapped. "Where were you when he was delivered? When I was weeping alone, when I was too feeble to walk?" Rex's stare hardened as if comprehending every word. Daniel lowered his cranium. "Let me acquire it back, please." Elena didn't slam the entrance, but she didn't soften. "You desire to observe him, then you appear every dawn. You prove it." "No drama, no disappearing." "I will," he murmured. Rex didn't soften, not even a fraction. Weeks elapsed. Daniel appeared, slowly reconstructing confidence, but Rex never abandoned him alone with the infant. If Daniel held him, Rex stood like a sculpture, observing every respiration. Once Daniel shifted the infant to expel gas from him, and Rex immediately whined in caution. Elena smirked. "Yeah, you're not acquiring him that rapidly." Daniel respected it. He didn't push. But no matter how much Daniel improved, Rex remained the constant, ever present, ever dedicated. Months later, when the infant rolled over, for the initial time, it wasn't Elena who celebrated first. It was Rex. He barked softly, appendage wagging, packing in circles like a proud sibling witnessing greatness. "Rex, compose yourself." Elena laughed. He just rotated. Rex didn't compose. He prodded the infant gently, then sat beside him, torso puffed, gazing at Elena like, "I informed you he's mine too." In that instant, Elena comprehended something she had overlooked completely. Daniel could acquire back his position. He could reconstruct, attempt, battle for what he forfeited, but Rex never had to acquire anything. He was there before, during, after. He was the initial cardiac muscle to comprehend the infant, the initial guardian, the initial sibling. And nothing, not desertion, not terror, not cautions, not duration, could transform that. If this tale touched you, make certain to approve, distribute, and follow for more emotional, real existence tales. Comment below. Would you place confidence in a canine to safeguard your child?